Who stood up for Stephen when he was condemned to die?
Lord Jesus, receive my spirit. Lord, do not charge them with this sin. With these words, St. Stephen gave his life to Christ 2,000 years ago, becoming the first martyr in the history of the Church. To this day, we celebrate the anniversary of the sacrifice of this man on December the 26th. St. Stephen was one of the first 7 deacons. His name means crowned in Greek. The Vespers were recited under the guidance of the Franciscan Friars in Jerusalem, in the cave located near the Orthodox monastery that faces Gethsemane and the Tomb of the Virgin, in the Kidron Valley. We celebrated the Vespers in this place where St. Stephen was stoned to death 2,000 years ago. This morning we celebrated the Eucharist at the École Biblique, where St. Stephen's body was buried for a certain period of time. But the site pertinent to this feast that we are celebrating today is right here. And being able to celebrate in a place that belongs to the Greek Orthodox Church is also a sign of friendship with our brothers that the Franciscans have been able to build back through the centuries. Every year we come here to solemnly celebrate the Vespers. The killing of St. Stephen unleashed a wave of persecution against Christians in the city of Jerusalem, as well as a wide dispersion of the frightened faithful. And yet, as pointed out by Pope Francis during the Angelus of December the 26th, today and in times past, the shadows of rejection are present, but the light of love still shines stronger. This light overcomes hatred and initiates a new world. We celebrated the martyrdom of St. Stephen, the first martyr of the Acts of the Apostles. St. Stephen's martyrdom was definitely a defeat for the primitive community, but in the end his death led them out of the walls of Jerusalem into Samaria and to the ends of the earth. The Church this way could leave the upper room and was later able to grow. So in the end we can say that St. Stephen's martyrdom was good for the Church. The feast of St. Stephen is now more relevant than ever. Nowadays there are many people in the world who sacrifice their lives for the love of Christ. As Pope Francis recalls, their love for Christ is translated into prayer, charity, giving, but also forgiving. The celebration and memory of the first martyr introduce a new path that can be stronger than all the contradictions and pain that life entails.
Anche noi oggi abbiamo molti martiri, che sia nei paesi vicini al nostro.
Martyrdom is a reality also in these days, both in the countries bordering our Middle East and in many other countries of the world. Other Christians give their life, like St. Stephen, even through martyrdom. A life given to Christ is never lost, and it should be a symbol to other Christians. Today there are no more unknown areas on the earth, but there are still many cultures and places that need to be evangelized, and we will be able to accomplish this mission through our witness of faith.
Culture e luoghi da evangelizzare e noi riusciremo a evangelizzarli attraverso la nostra testimonianza di fede.